Hello everyone, welcome to Stats with Supreetha. In today's episode, we are going to understand one of the most fundamental concepts in statistics, arithmetic mean, commonly known as average. In this episode, we will not only understand what arithmetic mean is, but also learn how to calculate it in different cases, that is individual data, frequency distribution and class intervals, along with some easy methods like step deviation method. What is arithmetic mean or average? Arithmetic mean or average is the sum of all observation divided by the number of observation. It represents the central value of the data. Let us say if x1, x2, so on xn are the given n observation, then their arithmetic mean is denoted by x bar equal to x1 plus x2 plus so on xn divided by n, where x bar equal to sum of xi divided by n. Then the arithmetic mean equal to total of observation divided by number of observation. For example, let's find the mean of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Solution is add all the numbers. That is 10 plus 20 plus so on will get 150. So number of observation is 5. Then the mean is 150 divided by 5, which is equal to 30. So the arithmetic mean is 30. Now let us find out mean when the frequencies are given. So let's say we have x1, x2, so on, xn, n observations with frequencies f1, f2, so on. Then the mean x bar equal to f1, x1 plus f2, x2, so on, fn, xn divided by f1 plus f2 plus so on, fn. Then the x bar equal to sum of fi xi divided by sum of fi. This is the formula when the frequencies are given. Now, let's see in the case of continuous series. In this uh, in this case, the mark range from 40 to 50, 50 to 60, so on. In such cases, we take x as the midpoint of class interval. That is, in the case of 40 to 50, midpoint is 40 plus 50 divided by 2, which is equal to 90 divided by 2, which will give 45. Now, our x is 45. Now substitute this x in the previous formula. This is how we calculate mean in the case of continuous series. Now let us understand step deviation method. Whenever the data values are large and calculation is difficult, the step deviation method is used. So the formula is x bar equal to a plus summation f d dash divided by sum of f into I, where a is the assumed mean, d is deviation from mean, d dash is d divided by I, where d is x minus a, okay, where I is the class size, or sometimes we denote yeah, I as h also. For example, 40 to 50, 50 is the class interval, then class size is 10. F is the frequency of observation. Let's solve some problems so that the concept become much easier to understand. Okay, the first problem is the IQ of 10 boys in a class is given below. This is the IQ is given below. Okay, find the mean IQ. Let us solve. So I have already noted the values. Okay, the IQs of 10 boys. Now how to calculate the mean? Sum of x divided by the number, the 10. Okay, let's add all the numbers. 70 plus. Okay, so sum of these x is 972. Now let us find the mean. Mean is 972 divided by total number 10. So the mean IQ of 10 boys is 97.2. Let us solve one more problem. The following is the frequency distribution of the number of telephone calls received in 245 successive 1 minute intervals at an exchange. Obtain the mean number of calls at a minute. So, number of calls and frequencies are given. Let's find the mean. So, I have already noted the values, and sum of f is already given in the question. Let's find now the formula is how to find the mean. Sum of fx divided by sum of f. Let's find sum of fx. So let's calculate fx. This one into this. Similarly, follow for all the values. So sum of fx equal to okay, there might be some problem. This. Okay. Sum of f is already given 245. Now find the mean. Mean is nothing but sum of fx divided by sum of f. So this is the number. So the call is the number of calls per minute is 3.76. Okay. Let us solve one more problem. Calculate the mean of the following frequency distribution. It's given in the class interval, that's 0 to 10, 10 to 20, so on. The frequencies are also given. We need to calculate mean using direct formula and by step deviation method. Let's solve. So I have already noted the class interval and frequencies. Now for direct method, what is the formula? Sum of fx divided by sum of f. Okay. Uh, what is x? But here the class interval is given. We need to find the midpoint. That is 0 to 10. What is the midpoint? How to calculate midpoint? That is 0, 0 plus 10 divided by 2. That is 5. This is how we calculate midpoint. Similarly, do it for all. That is 10 plus 20 divided by 2. We'll get 15. Here it's 25, 35, 45, 55 and 65. This is how we calculate midpoint. Now we need to calculate f into x. Okay. So how to calculate fx? It's 6 into 5, 30. Similarly, calculate it for all the values. Okay. So now calculate sum of fx is, let's calculate sum of fx. Now let's calculate like this only. Okay. Mm, okay. What is sum of f? Sum of f 50. So the mean is sum of fx divided by sum of f, that is 33.46. So using direct method we calculated mean. That is how we calculated, by finding mid value and multiplying it with frequency and dividing with the sum of f, that is n. Let us now calculate using step deviation method. So for d, uh, let's assume assumed mean. A is assumed mean. Okay, let's say I take 35 as assumed mean. Okay. H, what is the class size? That is 10. Sum of f is already calculated, that is 50. Let's calculate d. How to calculate d? That is a, x is 5. 5 minus a is, we assumed it as 35. Okay. Now divided by h, that is 10. We'll get minus 3. Similarly, calculate it for all the values. That is x 15 minus assumed mean is 35. You can take any assumed mean, okay, between this x. So x minus assumed mean 35 divided by 10. 1. So we got the d. Let's find fd, frequency into d. Okay, frequency is 6 into d, that is minus 18. We need sum of ft. Okay. Okay, that's, what is the sum of ft? Calculate. Sum of ft is minus 8. Let's find the mean. First, how to find the mean? The formula is a plus sum of ft divided by sum of f into h. Let's calculate. Okay. Now, the mean is first let's calculate for ft. Sum of ft is minus 8 divided by sum of f, that is 50, which is equal to okay. Now multiply it with uh, okay. Let us calculate mean. So the formula is a, that is 35 plus sum of ft divided by sum of f into I or h, that is 10. We get the answer as 33.4, which is by direct method and step deviation method we got the same answer. So different method, but we will get the same answer. This is how we solve. Okay, I hope you understood how we solve using direct method and step deviation method. If not, please go back and watch once again. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode. Thank you.